Rage Against the Machine continues to prove how their political leanings just cannot be matched. And when they took the stage, they performed the ultimate protest. And it came because of, no surprise, the United States government.
The only bad word that starts with an F is FCC, if you ask me, and that's the reason why you can't speak in language in a righteously powerful language on television is because of that organization. So, when they change, I think that people need to take that bull by the horns, and if they disagree that you can't have powerful language on television, they need to make themselves heard more clearly.
Not like we have to remind you of any of this. For example, in 1996, they displayed upside-down American flags on Saturday Night Live. After the performance, staff members told the band to depart the building, and executive producer Lorne Michaels banned them from ever returning.
Take it down! Take it down! Go! Go, folks! Go! Go! Anyway, this is pretty fat. Thanks to that guy right there. This guy is rock and roll. He should be getting the award. And no sore losers.
That was bassist Tim Comerford climbing up a design at the MTV Video Music Awards. He would apologize for ever inspiring Limp Bizkit, stating, and I quote, "I wish I would have swung on that thing and brought it to the ground and just destroyed it. If I could do it all over again, I would have ripped that thing to the ground and shredded it." He'd go on to say it aged like wine. Point being, they don't give a f***. They never have, and they never will. So why did they dress up as prisoners at Gitmo? The reasoning is rather simple, because it directly involves the band. Here's the full story. At Gitmo, prisoners were tortured in many ways that have been well documented. However, the Americans would use music as a tool. Days became weeks, then months. Overall, for 20 hours a day, a loop of AC/DC, Britney Spears, Metallica, Drowning Pool, Bruce Springsteen, Eminem, Sesame Street, Tupac Shakur, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Aerosmith, Lil' Kim, Limp Bizkit, and others, including Rage Against the Machine, blared from the speakers to the prisoners at deafening volumes. The Valley Morning Star's write-up quoted Christopher Surf, who wrote the music for Sesame Street. "I wouldn't want my music to be a part of that," he said, adding he was horrified to learn of this. Artist Bob Singleton, who wrote the song I Love You, added, "It's absolutely ludicrous. A song that was designed to make little children feel safe and loved was somehow going to threaten the mental state of adults and drive them to the emotional breaking point?" Then Morello gave his 2 cents. "I suggest that they level Guantanamo Bay, but they keep one small cell and they put Bush in there, and they blast some Rage Against the Machine." Meanwhile, bassist Stevie Benton of Drowning Pool flat out loved that his music was being used. So what exactly did they love with these sort of attacks and torture? Donald Vance, a former military contractor and a prisoner who hailed from Chicago, Illinois, would tell the Associated Press that he thought of taking his own life. Another prisoner named Binyam Muhammad said the men held with him smashed their heads against the wall because they just could not take it anymore. This is psychological warfare, and it was fueled basically because of the amount of tax dollars that were allocated to fund it. Even my hip-hop goats, The Roots, got involved, writing, "When we found out that music was being used as part of the torture going on at Guantanamo, shackling and beating people, we were angry. Just as we wouldn't be caught dead allowing Dick Cheney to use our music for his campaigns, you can be damn sure we wouldn't allow him to use it to torture other human beings. Congress needs to shut Guantanamo down." Morello added, "Guantanamo may be Dick Cheney's idea of America, but it is not mine. The fact that music I helped create was used in crimes against humanity sickens me. We need to end torture and close Guantanamo now." They would go on to sue the United States State Department for what they called, and I quote, "their fascistic practice of using our music to torture innocent men in Guantanamo Bay." Via Vox, it did drive people crazy. The report counts several detainees who were broken by the music, and yet the report finds that enhanced interrogation didn't result in any important intelligence breakthroughs. All of this pain and suffering and intentional torture was worthless. CIA officers regularly called into question the torture techniques, and the Senate's investigation found that torture did not lead to actionable intelligence. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/tytsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.